Let's still talk about internal security now. The government, security agencies have struggled to tame terrorism that has festered for more than a decade now. And some people will say it's because it has assumed a trans-border dimension. A lot of these terrorists cross into Nigeria from the borders or bordering countries to attack or launch attacks in the country at soft targets and then go back. And it's because they say our border lines no longer exist. These borders are porous. What are we doing to secure the borders to ensure that we ward off all these external elements that come to constitute security threats in the country?
Well, thank you very much. Once again, this particular administration has done a lot in that regard. I was saying something the other time when I was talking about NIS. When it comes to the border security, NIS is the lead agency. It's there by law, and an efficient NIS, of course, is an efficient border force because that's the lead agency in that regard. I will tell you, the command and control that we built for the airports and the PNIPR, it's for border security in terms of our airspace, in terms of our airports. That had been done, completed, 100%, ready to be commissioned by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Number two, in terms of our land border, I wouldn't want to divulge too much because of security considerations, but I'll tell you this. Today, there's surveillance in a lot of our border. We have not yet covered everything. Of course, I tell people, Nigeria came together as one, was amalgamated in 1914. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not become president in 1914. He became president in 2023. That is 109 years after the amalgamation. So nobody expects him to solve the problem of 109 years in 1 year. But in a reasonable space, I will tell you, we have more than half of our border points now, border posts are automated. There is real-time communication, there is visuals, there is a lot of processes going in terms of surveillance. So the e-border surveillance, as I talk to you now, we have finished by October, we'll be done with phase 1. And the phase 1 I'm talking about, including our marine border, because one of these days we will invite you to our command and control for air and sea border. When we just come on air, people just think, oh, this government is about just talk. It's not about that. It's what you can see. The beauty of this administration is that we only tell you what we have done. We rarely tell you what we want to do. Not just about what we want to do, it's about what we have done. So you will see the border space today. It's not what it used to be. There's real-time communication. Just as I said, this is 2024. This is not 1984. So you cannot secure your border without technology. That's number one. And number two, you have to know the peculiarity of Nigerian border. The Nigerian border spans terrestrially 4,047 kilometers. And Nigerian borders 4 countries terrestrially. 2 are ECOWAS, 2 are non-ECOWAS. That tells you how it is. And of course, there are issues of delineation of our border space, especially Nigeria and Benin Republic, Nigeria. So there are a lot of issues. And I believe that the Boundary Commission is working on that to be able to solve.
I guess these borders you're talking about are the ones that are official, because they say there are many unofficial borders across the country.
No. Yes. There's nothing like unofficial border. Every border is official. What you can talk about is entry points, border posts.
Exactly the point I was making.
You can have unofficial or illegal entry point. I'm talking about the span of our border.
The question I'm even raising there is that is government in the know as regards these unofficial entry points?
No, definitely. And that's
are they policed? Are they manned?
That's why technology.
All right.
Because it's difficult to put boots. Let's be objective.
Or to build walls.
Or build walls. You understand? Rather than build walls, we are about building bridges.
Indeed.
We're about connecting people. But the bottom line is that it's almost impossible for you to put boots on 4,047 kilometers.
Honorable Minister, we're running out of time.
You can use technology to, of course.